All right. So, So the NBA. Tom Thibodeau hired by the Chicago Bulls. That's kind of. We'll start off talking about that here. I'm pretty much the NBA guy, as Jake P. Will tell you, and I'll tell you myself. I follow it much more than he does, and I know quite a bit about it. It's been pretty much. It used to be my favorite sport up until I really started following football, but it's still a close second to football, I would say. But anyway, Tom Thibodeau was hired just over this past weekend by the Chicago Bulls as their head coach, and my thoughts on that, where are the Bulls going with this? I mean, that is just, it's crazy because they were talking about maybe hiring Phil Jackson. They were talking about maybe hiring Doug Collins, who used to be their coach in the late 1980s, and everybody knows basketball knows he had pretty good success with the Washington Wizards and did do a pretty good job with the 80s Bulls, and he's still a good head coach and still fairly young. And then also they talked about maybe hiring John Calipari, the coach from Kentucky, and all they do is go to the Celtics assistant. I mean, I'm not trying to be, bogus. I think Tom Thibodeau, being a Celtics and Bucks fan, I think, especially Celtics, I think Tom Thibodeau, I think he definitely is a good reason why the Celtics have had success, and I think he does deserve a head coaching job, and I think Doc Rivers is right when he says he hopes that, when he said before when the rumor was going around that Thibodeau was hired by the Bulls, that he hoped the rumor was true. I agree because Thibodeau is deserving of that position. I think he's proven that through his success with the Celtics. But to honestly get a head job with the Chicago Bulls, who are a team that has so much money that looks like they're going to be ready to maybe be a title contender as soon as next year if they can get LeBron James or somebody big in the free agency like Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh even. I mean, that's not the coach you want to go far, I think. I mean, he should have went to the New Orleans Hornets or somebody else who's looking to maybe has the success already there and is looking for is kind of going through a rebirth period. But the Bulls aren't really, you could argue that they're doing that, but I think, they have so much money available. They're looking for immediate success next year, and they're just not.
All right, thanks, Jake, for the NBA stuff. So everyone out there, sorry, we're going to have some difficulties with this episode. Jake's footage, the continuation of the NBA Finals talk, and talk of Tom Izzo possibly coaching the Cleveland Cavaliers and what that could mean for LeBron. That has no audio or visual in the clip that he has sent to me, but we are unable to use that, so we're sorry, but perhaps we'll cover that again tomorrow. But his prediction was for LA to win Game 3 tonight. He was unhappy with that, being a Boston Celtics fan, but he just had a feeling that LA will win Game 3 tonight, and I'm going to go with him. I feel that this series is going to go 7 games. It's going to go Boston. It's going to go LA, Boston, LA, Boston, LA, Boston, and then LA. I think it's going to go like that. I think no one's going to win 2 games in a row. So, now we're going to head back to Jake.
Okay. All right. So, we're going to wrap up today's show talking about 2 sports we love, hockey and soccer. Don't necessarily dislike the sports. We just don't follow much, right, Jake P? I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure you would agree with that. Hockey, the Blackhawks and Flyers. If you live in Illinois, which some of you that are probably going to watch this, I'm sure you do, how can you not hear about the Blackhawks? I mean, you see them everywhere. You see people wearing their hats, their shirts. You see flags on the cars. I mean, everything. Stickers in windows. It's Blackhawk fever, as Jake P put it back in his intro video. I think it's pretty much a no-brainer for Game 6. I think the Blackhawks take it. I think they're ready to close it out at home. They play tomorrow night at Chicago, up 3-2 over the Flyers. Flyers have had a good run, but I think all along it's been the Blackhawks series. I'm honestly surprised it's gone this far. I thought the Blackhawks would win in 4 or 5, probably 5. But Blackhawks won Game 5, and I think that took the wind out of the Flyers' sails after they won Games 3 and 4. Blackhawks win tomorrow night, Game 6. They win their first Stanley Cup since 1961 or whatever. And Chicago has another big sports title and a reason to celebrate. So there you go. That's my prediction. Not necessarily, not the biggest hockey fan by any means. Not a Blackhawks fan at all. But I'll be happy to see a Chicago team win. I mean, I'm not a big Blackhawks fan, so I would definitely like to see the Calgary Flames get there. That's a team I've been following ever since I actually watched a few hockey games in 2004. But they didn't even make the playoffs, so there you go. Blackhawks win. And then soccer, Jake P. covered Groups A and B of the FIFA World Cup yesterday. I'm going to cover Groups C and D today. Out of Group C, we have the United States, England, Slovenia, and Algeria. Now, I'm pretty much soccer retarded, so I'm going to go ahead and just say United States and England. I do know England will make it, I'm sure, because they're always good, and David Beckham obviously plays for them. In the United States, you've got Landon Donovan and Alexi Lavas, maybe, something like that. Got some good guys like that. So, United States and England will pretty much run away with that region. I think United States obviously won't go far in the World Cup. I don't think they'll get past the second or third round, but I think England could go to the semifinals. So that's my prediction there. And then Group D. Out of Group D, we have Australia, Germany, Ghana, and Serbia. All right, so that's an interesting group there. From what I've read about Germany and Australia, looking at ESPN's FIFA World Cup 2010 preview that came out a couple months ago, I don't think Australia or Germany is really either that good. But then Serbia and Ghana, those are two quite small countries, so it's kind of hard to believe they would go too far either. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out of this region. I will say the two teams that will advance will be Australia, and I'm going to say Ghana. I know Germany is pretty bad, like from what I've read, and ESPN wasn't predicting them to make the region at all. But Serbia certainly could, I'm sure. It seems like that could be a small nation, which could surprise. But I think I'll go with Ghana and Australia, and those will be my picks. So, Jake P., what do you think about that?
Okay, everybody. So, thanks for watching episode 11 of the Jake and Jake Show. We are back and better than ever, especially considering it's the two of us again and not just me doing solo stuff. So, the more entertaining guy has been with us today, and I'm your factual guy, doing my factual stuff. My prediction for the NHL Game 6 tomorrow, all along I've said Blackhawks in between 4 and 6, and I really thought it was going to go 6 anyways. So I'm going to say Blackhawks win tomorrow night, score 5-2. I say Blackhawks win 5-2, and they win the Stanley Cup and are going to bring it on home. And then maybe I can finally shave this beard, or at least trim it. Who knows? We'll see. And then, I like Jake M's prediction for the Group C. I think U.S. and England are going to make it out. And I'm not confident either way of going with or going against what Jake M thought for Group D for the World Cup. But I'm just going to go with what he said because I really don't have a clue who's going to win there. He thinks Germany won't make it. I don't know. Maybe I might give them an edge of winning and getting out of there, but I don't know. So yeah, thanks for watching us today. Stay tuned for more episodes every day of the week, unless there's a holiday. So more likely only a Monday or Friday you'll be missing with us. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Please subscribe and give us feedback and comments. We can only get better with your feedback to make us better. Thanks for watching.
Just two friends named Jake and Jake. Oh, and they're here to give you their take on the NBA. except NBC.